What is it in your life that has you stuck, is holding you back from living your best life? Our next guest is a licensed marriage and family therapist and best-selling author. Her new book is called Un-Leashed, Practical Steps to Get Your Life Unstuck. We welcome Marianna Clyde here to Virginia this morning. Good morning.
Hi, how are you, Cheryl?
Doing well, thank you. A lot of us do feel stuck in maybe all of our life or maybe just one part of our life. Let's go first to the title, Unleashed. What are we unleashing ourselves from?
Well, the point of the book is that everybody seems to be stuck in one area of their life or another. It could be an addiction, it could be a thought pattern, it could be a reactivity, it could be anger, it could be obsessive thinking. We all have a tendency to kind of get in our rut, our way of thinking. And so I want to teach people how to be released from that, because that gets us in the same old relationship patterns, the same old trouble, the same old dead-end jobs, the same old income, actually. Mm-hmm. So when we change our thinking about things, we can unleash our life and live an unleashed lifestyle.
And I like the fact that you say we can start in this moment. We don't have to say, well, I'll do it next week, or I'll put it off, or I'll wait till New Year's. It can happen starting now.
Absolutely, absolutely. The point is, you are already absolutely, totally free, totally accepted, totally loved, and totally capable of anything you want to do. It's inside of you already. So what I teach people is how to access that abundance that's in them, and they can access it this moment by changing their thinking.
And that's a hard thing to do, because we all get stuck in that rut of thinking the same thing, the same thoughts, and we think by doing the same thing we're going to get different results, but we're not.
Absolutely. That's because that's what they say is a sign of insanity, is doing the same thing over and over and expecting different results.
Right.
But we all do. It's crazy.
We all do that. So in using the book, reading the book, how can we step ourselves through the process?
Okay, the book's designed in it was a teleconference that I did, and it was designed in 4 different sections. First, you have to understand that you are stuck. A lot of people really don't understand what's happening in their lives. They think their reactivity is just the way they are. So they have to recognize that they are stuck, where they're stuck, and that they can be unstuck.
Change can happen. So that's point 1. You say 4 different points.
Mm-hmm. And then we learn actually how to get unstuck. And a couple of ways to do that I can go into later if we have time. Mm-hmm. But then I also have a whole section of the book on meditation, which is actually laying the groundwork, connecting to that wholeness that's already inside of us, and learning how to be still and listen. And so there's a whole section on that as well. And then there's a section on continuing the process by living a mindful life. And I have specific suggestions on how to do that on a day-to-day basis. So once you get set free, you understand the concept of getting set free, then you can learn how to get set free in a moment. When it's like, I can think something different. I can do something different. I can take a breath and move on.
We can make a change.
Absolutely, we can. Yeah.
One of the interesting things I read about you is that you're also an ordained minister,
Yeah.
and there is a religious or spiritual side to this whole concept as well.
Well, there is, and the kind of psychotherapy I do, I'm a marriage and family therapist, and so I teach people how to use their mind, their body, and their spirit to get set free, because you really have to be set free in all those areas. And so when you meditate, when you connect, it's on your terms, as your belief system is, not my belief system. It's connecting with whatever you consider truth, whether it's God, source, spirit, creator, nature. Whatever it is, it's taking time to connect to that. And through that, your potential is unleashed in unlimited ways. And I've seen people be set free in just fascinating ways, from anger, from eating disorders, from marital conflict, and problems with their children. It's been an amazing journey for me, and that's why I do it.
And another interesting point you brought up was the fact that change can happen in a moment or an instant. It doesn't have to take months or years to make that change happen.
Mm-hmm. Do you know, Viktor Frankl, in his book Man's Search for Meaning, talks about that space between stimulus and response, there is a space. Most of us don't know there's a space there. Most of us think, the kid broke the lamp, and we scream. Instead, if you can take one step back and detach, if you can take a deep breath and detach, you put yourself in that space and you can expand the possibilities in that space and respond in a different way, in a different manner, and get different results.
A lot of interesting concepts in the book. Thank you so much for joining us today, Marianne Clyde.
Thanks, Cheryl. I'm glad
You're
to
welcome.
be here.
The book is called Un-Leashed, Practical Steps to Get Your Life Unstuck. It's available now on Amazon. Now, I'll send it over to you.